రావులే चल लाइव जाना है
මං යන්න. ඒක
මේ යා කකුල කැඩලානේ.
මොකද අපි කරන්නේ?
චන්දි මේක අතර මේකක් ගහලා තියෙන්නේ පැත්තට පේන්නේ නැහැ. මේ එතන ගියා. වීඩියෝ යා ලයිව් වීඩියෝ. හැබැයි මේ මරවල බලන්න කොයි පැත්තද හොඳ කියලා කාට හරි බලන්න කියලා ලෑන්ඩ්ස්කේප් ගමනේ. මේ පැත්තට. අර පැත්තට වැඩක් නැහැ. අපිට ඒරියා බලන්න ලොකු ඒරියා කවර් කරන ලෑන්ඩ්ස්කේප් එක තමයි. මම පටන් ගන්න දෙන්නම් වට. හරි. අවුලන්නේ. ආයෙ ගෙලින් මැසික්. මේ මොකද? වෙනවද ලයිව් දෙන්න? අපි කියන්නේ නේද? Thank
Can you guys hurry up, please? Ayo, mahal betul. Nanti hampa nak dengar.
Me?
हाँ
But the fact that he's coming, or wanted to come all the way from Washington, that signifies how big the event
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, of the Cleveland Buddhist Vihara and Meditation Center, I'm honored to welcome you all for this dedication ceremony. Please rise for the national anthem of Sri Lanka and the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
You may be seated. Next, we have to light the traditional oil lamp. This is a Sri Lankan cultural tradition that signifies bringing together all of us, and one that symbolizes wisdom of light being shone on us. The audience may be seated, but I'm going to invite a list of attendees, the dignitaries, to light the lamp. For lighting of the oil lamp, we are honored to invite first His Excellency Dr. Mahinda Samarasinghe, Ambassador of Sri Lanka to the United States. Honorable Dan Horrigan, Mayor of Akron, Ohio. We are grateful for both the Ambassador and the Mayor for taking time off of their busy schedules to grace this occasion. We value your unwavering support throughout. Thank you. Representing our community, we invite first Tammy Samarasinghe. Tammy and Ujit Samarasinghe were instrumental in the initiation of this Vihara and gave us the much needed inspiration to start this endeavor. Representing the Sri Lankan Catholic community, we invite Mr. Sujit Pereira. At this moment, we want to acknowledge the continued support of our Sri Lankan Catholic friends, and especially Father Michael Stella of St. Cosmas and Damian Church of Twinsburg, Ohio. Father Michael has been very close with not only the Catholic Sri Lankan community, but with all of us. Matter of fact, has won the hearts of all of us in the Northeast Ohio Sri Lankan community. We also invite Pramod Kandanarachi and Vikum Pereira. Pramod and Vikum continue to be two of the leading members of our community in their support. We also invite members representing our community in recognition of their long-standing contributions: Mahinda and Samantha Ganguda, Gamini and Deepani Samaranayaka, Pasan and Madhu Vanigaratna, Sujivani and Chaminda Pereira. Representing the Sri Lankan community of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the well-wishers of Pittsburgh Buddhist Center, we take pleasure in inviting the following: Damitha and Padma Karunaratne. Damitha and Padma, thank you. We recognize you for their guidance extended our way. Pittsburgh Buddhist Center is in fact where the Northeast Ohio Sri Lankan Buddhist community took their first spiritual strides. Representing the well-wishers and the local community of Pittsburgh Buddhist Center, we invite Sue Upeka Goodwin. We're also glad to invite Ronald Leuenberger. Ron has always availed himself of many daunting tasks since we procured this premises. Speaking of formidable tasks and legwork, we want to extend a heartfelt thanks to the students of Kent State University who are always with us. In recognition, we invite Gayan Gamage, representing the community and the students of Kent State University. Last but not least, we have the pleasure to invite Bob Milecki. Bob is our immediate neighbor and the proprietor of Primo's Deli. Bob has been the most welcoming and a tolerant neighbor at that. Thank you, Bob, for your support throughout. We appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, and you all will be seated. Please. Thank you very much. Ms. Rebecca, Ms. Rebecca Pereira will now introduce our first speaker, Honorable Dan Horrigan, Mayor of Akron, Ohio. The Mayor has asked us kindly that he be excused early due to prior commitments, and we thank the Mayor in advance for his presence.
Good afternoon. As we gather here to celebrate this auspicious occasion, it is very important to take note of where we are in the wonderful city of Akron, Ohio. It's not an accident that this temple is in this city. Akron has long been known as a city that welcomes immigrants, from the German and Irish immigrants of the 19th century, to the Italian and Polish immigrants of the 20th century, to the Asian, Middle Eastern, and African immigrants that come today. Under Mayor Dan Horrigan's leadership, Akron has become the most welcoming city for immigrants in the entire state of Ohio. The mayor spearheaded major initiatives to help immigrants continue to be the economic backbone of a thriving Akron. He secured the welcoming city designation for Akron. The other welcoming cities, Philadelphia, Miami, San Jose, Detroit, St. Paul, Charlotte, much bigger cities, we are lucky to have this vision. He developed a strategic welcome plan to help immigrants settle into the city and flourish. Most recently, Mayor Horrigan sponsored the Heartland Visa, a special visa that would allow skilled immigrants to settle in U.S. cities like Akron. I think everybody here knows a Sri Lankan with a PhD who would love the chance to come work in Akron on this visa. And in fact, I believe there are 3 Sri Lankan PhD holders already working at Firestone headquarters. Don't worry, Mayor, we've got you covered. To quote Mayor Horrigan, "Attracting talented and entrepreneurial immigrants to our community boosts economic opportunity for our residents, helps our city grow, and enables us to meet the challenges of tomorrow." Please join me in welcoming our visionary mayor, the Honorable Dan Horrigan.
What a wonderful introduction. Thank you very much. Before I get started, I want to let you know, too, that Bob has great food, too, right next door at Primo's. I've been eating there since he opened, so if you get hungry, please try to stop. And he's a wonderful neighbor, I know that. First of all, on behalf of the city of Akron, I'd like to welcome our honorable ambassador to Sri Lanka, from Sri Lanka to the United States, to Akron. Welcome to the city of Akron. As well as our distinguished guests, our monks, and all others who are gathered here today to celebrate the dedication of the Cleveland Buddhist and Meditation Center. Akron is a multicultural city which embraces all religions and all ethnicities, as evidenced by the significant growth of the South Asian community in Akron over the past several years. Recently, I was proud to sponsor the Heartland Visa resolution presented by the U.S. Conference of Mayors. This temple will provide a venue for all interested individuals to learn about the mindfulness and meditation, as well as the spiritual growth and guidance. I welcome this new temple into our community, and I'm glad, in fact, I'm overwhelmingly glad that you selected Akron as your home. Congratulations on this special occasion, and please enjoy your celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. As per Buddhist tradition, we'll rise again to observe 5 precepts. I respectfully invite Venerable Kopakande Sumanajoti Thero, Chief Abbot of Ohio Buddhist Vihara in Cincinnati, to administer 5 precepts. I kindly, to our friends of other faiths, we respectfully ask that you rise with us, but will not need to hold hands together in worship, and thank you.
හැමදෙනාම සාදුකාරයක් දීලා නමස්කාරය කියන පනසල් සමාදන් වීම සඳහා शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि तम्पि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि यतिदं गच्छामि द्वितीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि Titiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kāmesu miccācārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Suramēraya majjapamādatthānā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Sadhu sadhu.
You may be seated. Thank you. I now invite Professor Sanjaya Abesari Gunavadana to deliver the welcome address officially.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is our greatest pleasure to welcome all of you to Cleveland Buddhist Vihara and Meditation Center for this very auspicious and meritorious event today. It is not just a historical moment for the Buddhists in Northeast Ohio, but also a reminder of what a small community is capable of with hard work, dedication, and unity. Buddhist monks from various parts of the world representing Maha Sangha are present at this occasion. We would like to humbly and respectfully welcome the Chief Prelate of North America, Most Venerable Brahmanagama Muditavansa Mahatero. Your presence at this occasion is extremely valuable to us. And we also want to respectfully welcome Most Venerable Dr. Bamunugama Shanta Vimala Mahatero of Great Lakes Buddhist Vihara, Venerable Kopakande Sumana Jyoti Mahatero, Chief Abbot of Ohio Buddhist Vihara in Cincinnati, Venerable Ashin Viranda Mahatero of Mon Buddhist Temple in Akron, Venerable Yatinuvara Sankicha Mahatero, the President of Great Lakes Buddhist Vihara, Venerable Dr. Surakulame Pemaratana Mahatero, the Chief Abbot of Pittsburgh Buddhist Center and Cleveland Buddhist Vihara, Venerable Makkanigama Buddhadatta Thero, Vice Abbot of Bahirava Kanda Temple in Kandy, Sri Lanka, who will be our resident monk here at Cleveland Buddhist Vihara. Venerable Dr. Balangoda Mettananda Thero of Pittsburgh Buddhist Center, Venerable Karaliyadde Kamalasiri Thero of Pittsburgh Buddhist Center, Venerable Hadungamwe Silaratana Thero of Ohio Buddhist Vihara in Cincinnati, Venerable Hadungamwe Dhammavedi Thero of Ohio Buddhist Vihara in Cincinnati, Venerable Kemasara of Mon Buddhist Temple in Akron. We also like to invite and welcome all the dignitaries from Sri Lankan Embassy in the US, the Ambassador of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, His Excellency Mahinda Samarsinghe, the Deputy Chief of Mission, Mr. Rohan Amabulla, First Secretary, Mrs. Chaturi Pereira. A warm welcome to Honorable Mayor of Akron, who just left, and his staff. We are happy to have our friends from Pittsburgh representing Pittsburgh Buddhist Center here today. We warmly welcome all of you. We welcome all our friends participating from different many other places from Ohio, including Columbus, Cincinnati, Toledo, and Canton. We also have friends from many other states, such as Michigan, Pennsylvania, and far away from California attending this event. We warmly welcome all of you. Our Sri Lankan Catholic and Christian friends were instrumental in this whole process up to this dedication ceremony. We warmly welcome you to this auspicious event. Finally, I welcome all of you who are gathered here. Welcome, and may Triple Gem bless you.
I now invite, respectfully, Venerable Bhante Surakulame Premaratana, who's always been the guiding light behind the Northeast Ohio Sri Lankan Buddhist community, to say a few words regarding this historic event. A kind note to the audience, and especially to our young ones, we usually say sadhu softly after you hear a speech from a monk instead of applause. Thank you.
Most Venerable Brahmanagama Mudita Nayaka Mahathera, the Chief Prelate for North America, and other most venerable members of the Maha Sangha, and His Excellency Mahinda Samarasinghe, the Ambassador of Sri Lanka for the United States of America, and also other staff members from the embassy, and dear friends in the Dhamma. Today is a historic day, because another piece of land of this earth is going to be dedicated to Buddha Sasana. In the long history of Buddhism, 2,600 years long history, many pieces of lands of this earth have been dedicated to the mission of Buddhism. And today, a new piece of land of this earth will be dedicated, will be offered to the Buddha Sasana. And so today is the day that Buddhist community of Northeast Ohio will officially hand over or dedicate this piece of land and the piece of property that they purchased to the monks, to the monastic community, so that monastic community can organize and develop this place to be a place of refuge, a place of learning, and a place of spiritual growth. So it is that day that we are witnessing today. It's not a common event that we all can experience. It's one of a lifetime experience that we are all witnessing right now. And this today is actually a result of a long journey. Since 2008, the Buddhist families in this area used to get together in each other's homes on monthly basis. And I and other resident monks from Pittsburgh Buddhist Center used to travel from Pittsburgh to Cleveland, to Akron, to Canton, to those homes to conduct our monthly gathering, monthly programs. They give us dana, they have potluck lunch, and then we have meditation programs and Dhamma discussion, and especially classes of Buddhism and singular classes for our children. So community here was so generous that they opened their doors to the whole community, and they allowed children and adults to come and use their home as their gathering place. So our classrooms were actually bedrooms of the children of their homes. And our meditation hall was the basement. And our chanting hall and our discussion place was the living area of those families. So we did this about more than 12 years. And as a result of that practice and getting together, and our community grew. So we wanted a bigger place to continue our practice. At this moment, I would like to gratefully remember other Maitri, and especially Bhante Akurugada Punna. And these monks used to come with me on monthly basis here. And of course, now Bhante Methananda and Bhante Kamalasri, other two resident monks, are coming here with me. In 2020, the people here formed a formal association and incorporated as a non-profit organization. And in 2021, after many search of lands and homes, we were so lucky to find this place, and so we purchased this. They purchased this building and the land in 2021. We have a nice area, and also behind this house we have a nice wood area, and it's really a good place for spiritual practice. And in future we have a lot of possibilities how we can utilize that a beautiful forest with 100 years of old trees out there. And so after they purchased this place, and many people of this community renovated this building and prepared the shrine room and prepared the rooms for monks. And I would really like to thank all the people here, because they are so generous with their time, with their labor, with their material resources. They came every day to renovate this place. So as their spiritual advisor, I'm so pleased with their commitment to support the temple. And not only that, actually their keen interest in learning the teachings of the Buddha and applying those teachings to their lives. Because we all need wisdom, we all need skillfulness to live this life, to overcome our challenges. So the teachings of the Buddha is like a medicine, for our problems. So they are keen to learn and practice. So this is actually a joint effort, and many communities, each and every person in this community gave their best, whatever the capabilities they have, based on their professional background, based on their abilities. They all. This is really a joint effort. We cannot pinpoint one person as the leader. Everyone's actually came together and contributed a lot. In last October, and we were fortunate to have a Buddhist statue. The Buddhist statue we have inside the building was donated by our most venerable Bhante Sumana Jyoti from Ohio Buddhist Vihara, and he donated that Buddhist statue. So we had that statue. We installed that statue in our shrine room. On the same month, we also received a Bodhi tree. You can see behind the Bodhi tree, and Bodhi tree was donated by Mr. Janit Chandra Shroma, and it was a great gift to us. And then for last few weeks, and our Bhante Metta Ananda prepared this platform for this Bodhi tree to properly venerate it. Now today is actually, is the dedication following the Asian Buddhist custom. And so today, these people with their generous hearts offer and dedicate this place to the monastic community. And then it is our responsibility to develop this place to become a place that many people can be benefited. And my own two masters from Sri Lanka were planning to attend this ceremony, and Most Venerable Attangane Sasan Ratana Nayaka Mahathero and Most Venerable Attangane Ratana Pala Nayaka Mahathero, my two masters, they were planning to come and attend this ceremony, but unfortunately they could not receive visa on time to come here. But they send their blessings and greetings for all of us, and I know that my master have his blessings for us to have this event very successful, and also he will have his blessings for our temple to become really a place that many people can be benefited. And hopefully they will be able to visit us along maybe end of the year. And we are also so fortunate to have Bhante Buddha Datta sitting over there. He just came all the way from Sri Lanka 2 days ago to help us. He will be observing the Vassana period here in a retreat, helping our community. And we are also in the process of helping him to get his visa to become the resident monk of this new temple. And we appreciate his generosity, his dedication, commitment to help our community. And I deeply appreciate the help and blessings of our most venerable monks, and particularly most venerable Bhante Brahmanagama Mudita Nayaka Mahathero, who has always been our spiritual mentor and helping us, guiding us, and really appreciate his participation here. And also our most venerable Professor Bamunagama Shantamibala Mahathero, he was actually one of our teachers when we were studying at the University of Peradeniya, and it was such a blessing to have him in this ceremony today. And I also would like to appreciate the participation of our His Excellency Mahinda Samarsingh, the ambassador of Sri Lanka, because we know that these days, whole staff of the embassy is very busy of preparing, doing so many things to help Sri Lanka, and we deeply appreciate taking your time to come here, and also and all the staff and Chaturi Pereira and also Mr. Rohan Ambagolle, the Chief of Mission. And thank you very much for taking your time. So let us together make a wish. And we are witnessing this historic moment. We want all of your blessings, all of your good wish for this place to grow. So I invite you to take 1 minute silence, and maybe we'll all together take a moment to make a nice wish. I invite you to take a deep breath and release that breath very quietly, allowing yourself to relax your body. And then let us focus our mind and appreciate the dedication of this small community, and we will add our wish to this community. Let us wish, may the Cleveland Buddhist Vihara continue to grow to help our children to learn Buddhist values and virtues. May this place continue to grow to help our adults to overcome their challenges and problems. And may this Cleveland Buddhist Vihara continue to grow, to be a place of learning of Buddhist teachings to this local community. And may we all learn the teachings of the Buddha. May we all learn the way to find peace and happiness amidst all the challenges in life. May we all walk our journey towards the enlightenment. Thank you.
Next, we perform 2 rituals. A piece of white cloth representing this sacred property will be offered to the Maha Sangha. This ritual will be conducted by Chief Prelate, Most Venerable Brahmanagama Mudita Thero.
You all can come and touch the corner of this white piece of cloth to be part of this offering.
Venerable Maha Sangha, His Excellency the Ambassador, and all the devotees, Dhamma Prince. Now we are going to offer this building and the land to the Maha Sangha immediately after this Pali expansion. So you are holding this white cloth. It represents everything that you are going to offer, because you can't hold the building or the land. This is a traditional way of offering these types of lands and houses. So please repeat after me. Imang aramancha aramavathuncha agatassa anagatassa chatuttisassa sanghassa dema. Again. Imang aramancha aramavathuncha agatassa anagatassa sanghassa dema. Again. Imang aramancha aramavathuncha agatassa anagatassa chatuttisassa sanghassa dema. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now, for the 10th of the Sangha. Take it here. Here. Just raise here. So on behalf of all the devotees and others, HE is going to offer the donation.
Sadhu all together.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Now we conduct the second ritual, the ritual of pouring water, a tradition signifying the spiritual dedication of these premises to the Maha Sangha. I invite Nilantha Samarasekara, President of the Board of Trustees, and the members of the board to coordinate this ritual.
So this is another ritual. It's the Eastern way of offering something, pouring water, what we call Atapang Wat Karanawa in Sinhala. So the president of this Cleveland Buddhist Vihara is going to pour the water over the hands of the resident monks. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te.
Next, the deed of the premises will be offered to the Maha Sangha by Dhamini Samaranayaka, member, one of the trustees of the Cleveland Buddhist Vihara. At this moment, we want to also recognize Nalinda and Sureka Almeida for their contribution in securing the finances for these premises. You may all chant sadhu. I now invite respectfully Most Venerable Brahmanagama Mudita Mahatero of the Great Lakes Buddhist Vihara to kindly deliver remarks on this meritorious event.
Venerable Maha Sangha, the coming monks, His Excellency the Ambassador, dear friends and well-wishers. So today we are participating, witnessing in a very rare and very important occasion. That is offering of or inception, the starting of Buddhist Vihara. So here, we usually in Sri Lanka we call temple, but temple for the local people, Americans, is some other thing like a Deval in Sri Lanka, like countries we have Devala, and where the gods are being worshipped. Very colorful, noisy, and very busy places. But here mostly people don't like it. They need kind of peaceful, very calm, and to practice something to get peaceful mind. So in that sense, we used to say this place is Vihara. Vihara means where the monks are living. The first Vihara offered to the Sasana was Veruvanarama in Buddha's time, and after that many friends, devotees and others, people who offered lands, parks, buildings to the monks to dwell in and to practice themselves and to disseminate the message of the Buddha. So we are very fortunate to have this kind of center in this city limit, in this city. The leadership of able monk Dr. Premaratana and his colleagues with the other devotees may run this place to disseminate the Buddha's Dhamma to not over the state of Ohio, but over and over, covering whole the USA and the whole world. So, the first Sri Lankan Buddhist Vihara, Theravada Buddhist Vihara in Sri Lanka, in Sri Lankan style Buddhism, was opened in Washington DC, what we call Washington Buddhist Vihara, maybe late 60s, 1960s, and now, according to my mind, maybe over hundreds of places are here opened and giving the service to the community. So this will be the youngest one. So as a senior Buddhist monk, I would like to convey my blessings to all the people. Early days, the people who are living in Akron used to go to maybe long distance to mostly our Michigan temple, or sometimes to Washington. After Ohio Cincinnati temple was opened, and now you have your home temple in Akron. So, what you have to do is to practice, to get the essence of the teachings of the Buddha, to develop your spirituality, to convert your patterns of thinking, to develop the peace in your mind, and be a true follower of the Buddha Dhamma. May all the blessings from us, our Michigan temple, devotees of the Michigan, because I also have connection with Bhante Premaratana and Ohio Pittsburgh temple, because all the time Bhante Premaratana and others say our home temple, that means Mahagedara is the Michigan temple. So now we lit several lamps. This is the newest the lamp we were able to light. So may all these blessings be with you, Bhante Premaratana, and the other colleagues, monks, and the friends, Dhamma friends, who are supporting this place, giving their skills and everything, and may all you become the parts of this activity of disseminating Dhamma. And thank you all the people especially for our His Excellency the Ambassador, who came all the way to this place, and may all these blessings be with you again and again. Thank you.
Next, I have the pleasure to invite Ms. Deepani Samaranayaka to introduce our main speech, the speaker, Ambassador Sri Lanka.
Good afternoon. After graduating with a bachelor's degree in economics from the Torbay University in Australia, Ambassador His Excellency Mahinda Samarasinghe joined Sri Lankan Foreign Service in early 1980s and served in Sri Lankan High Commission in Australia. He then entered active politics and held many cabinet positions in Sri Lanka for 2 decades. In 2016, he retired from active politics and re-entered the Sri Lankan Foreign Services and served as the permanent representative to UN in Geneva. In 2021, Ambassador His Excellency Mahinda Samarasinghe assumed duties as Sri Lankan Ambassador to United States of America, Mexico, and Trinidad and Tobago. Without further ado, please welcome His Excellency Mahinda Samarasinghe, the Ambassador of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka to the United States of America.
අතිපූජ්‍ය ගෞරවනීය මුලාසනානුඩ අපේ මුදිත නායක හමුදුරන් වහන්සේ ප්‍රධාන ගරුතර මහ සංඝරත්නයේ අවසරයි. Venerable Sirs, Venerable Catholic clergy, distinguished invitees, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Venerable Dr. Uparatana Thero for inviting me and my colleagues from the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Washington to participate at this very unique, special occasion. Under the guidance of Venerable Dr. Uparatana Thero, Premaratana Thero, we saw traditions being observed in the dedication and the bestowing of these fine premises as a place of worship, as a place of seeking spiritualism, and as a place of meditation, thoughtfulness. So we are very glad we have been able to associate ourselves on this very special occasion. I want to pay a special tribute to all those who worked hard, dedicated themselves diligently over the years to make this happen. The Sri Lankan community, in particular, the Buddhist community, came together, wanted this place of worship in Akron, and they were facilitated by the mayor, whom I had the good fortune of meeting today. I had the occasion of exchanging a few words with him, and when I listened to his speech, I saw someone who has given leadership to make Akron a truly multicultural, multi-ethnic, multi-religious place of residence. What brings to my mind a time like this is a great American called Colonel Olcott. I don't know whether our American friends have heard of Colonel Olcott. Colonel Olcott was born in New Jersey, and he lived part of his life in Ohio, in a place called Amherst. He sought spirituality. He investigated spiritualism. And he traveled far and wide, went to India, and then subsequently to Sri Lanka. And he has been identified as this white Buddhist of European descent who protected and nurtured Buddhism at a time when we were subjugated to colonial rule of the British. Buddhism was waning away, but Colonel Olcott came to Sri Lanka and dedicated himself to inspiring intellectuals in Sri Lanka to protect and nurture our traditions of a 2,500-year-old history. Buddhism didn't disappear, it grew from strength to strength. Colonel Olcott, along with the Venerable Gunananda Thero, the Venerable Hikkadue Sumangala Thero, not only propagated Buddhism but also established Buddhist institutions in Sri Lanka. He was a pioneer along with the Venerable Gunananda and the Venerable Hikkadue Sumangala in establishing leading schools in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankans here would know when I say Ananda College, when I say Nalanda College, when I say Visakha, when I say Museus. Some of you may be old boys and girls of those leading Buddhist schools. And he not only was limited to the capital of Colombo, but he traveled far and wide. At that time, it was called Ceylon. And he, even up to today, Sri Lankans remember him on his death anniversary. On the 17th of February, everyone, Buddhists, come together all over the country and pay homage to Colonel Olcott. He is a great American who lived in this soil and contributed so much to Sri Lanka. Today we have two statues which have been erected by the people of Sri Lanka. One opposite the main railway station. I've seen people going to work when they disembark from their train journey from far away sometimes, they go to the statue and they pay homage and then they go to work. And it's not only, Venerable says, not only in Colombo that this statue has been erected by the people, you also find a statue of Colonel Olcott in Gaul. And he was instrumental with Venerable Venerable Gunananda and Venerable Hikadwe Sumangala in establishing 2 leading schools in Goa. He was very special American, and the Buddhist flag. So I thought I could share this piece of history with especially our American friends, and it's good to see that service being replicated by all of you being here today, and especially those who worked very hard in establishing this place of worship in Accra. When I talk about America, I like to talk about the tolerance that you have shown other cultures, other ethnic groups, other religions. Of course, this country has had had challenging times in history when we look back. There have been turbulent times, but you have come out of that. And today, Buddhists living in this area, as well as in the state of Ohio, have been facilitated by a mayor who truly believes in multiculturalism, multi-religious freedom, as well as multi-ethnic communities being invited to this great city that is yours. Your reaching out to other nationalities to invite them to make their home in America has been a very wise move. Your prosperity as a nation, as I would say, the strongest economy in the world by far, has been as a result of all these migrants who have come and settled down in America and made it their home and contributed to the national reconstruction and development of your country. I'm proud to say that Sri Lankans who are here today have also done that. Of course, this has been to the disadvantage of us. This is what we call the reverse brain drain. But we have always treasured people's right to travel freely, make informed choices in Sri Lanka. And these people who have made their home here have made an informed choice, and they live here, but they haven't forgotten their cultural heritage from Sri Lanka, and they haven't forgotten their place of birth and their motherland. Today, Sri Lanka is going through turbulent times. There are surmountable economic challenges that we are facing as a result of COVID, as a result of a global economic downturn that is affecting Sri Lanka, as a result of the Ukraine war, which has increased the price of oil. As much as you feel it at the gas pump, we feel it more because we don't have the gas pump working in Sri Lanka. There's no gas, full stop. We don't have the money to import the petrol. We are not an oil producing country. We have to import all these things. And we just can't afford to import anymore. So there are surmountable economic challenges, but there is also a silver lining in the cloud. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. We see young people who have not been tainted by the prejudices of the older generation coming together, transcending political barriers, transcending religious barriers, transcending ethnic barriers, and working together to be a voice of system changes that the country needs to be able to sustain economic growth and prosperity in Sri Lanka. This is a huge development in Sri Lanka, that has taken place for the better. Civil society has got organized, civil society has got strengthened, and that can only be positive. In a democracy like Sri Lanka, one of the oldest democracies in Asia. So, we have a lot to learn from your country. What we have to learn is not only to limit this good thinking to words only, but also translate it into action. Sri Lanka is a multicultural, multilingual, multi-religious country. We have never had religious conflicts as such. And we don't need to envisage such a situation, because we have in Sri Lanka the Buddhist temples which have been there for so many thousands of years, existing side by side with the churches that the colonial masters have established. The Hindu temples that are there, because we have nearly 12.5% of our population who are Hindus in Sri Lanka, and also a sizable Muslim community. In my earlier constituency, the Kalutura Godiya, next to the Kalutura Godiya is an old church. They have coexisted without any issues. So you have the Catholics going and worshipping, and you have the Buddhists side by side worshipping. And here we have the presence of the Catholic clergy who has come. So this is our hope for the future. We have to give effect to the multiculturalism, multilingualism, and multi-ethnic fabric of our society. The diversity that is Sri Lanka is the strength of Sri Lanka, as much as it has been the strength of America. So I see actually a light at the end of the tunnel, and we express the hope that Sri Lankans here would continue to influence Sri Lankans in living in Colombo and outside of Colombo, share their experiences of living in a multicultural society, how these basic rights have to be entertained, accepted, that it cannot be trampled on, so that we have, through that, the cultivation of what we call a Sri Lankan identity, where everyone, whether you're a Sinhalese Buddhist, or whether you're a Tamil Hindu, or whether you're a Sinhalese Catholic or Christian, any other Christian denomination, say, I am that, but I am finally a Sri Lankan. And this is what we want to achieve with all of you participating in that goal. So thank you very much, Venerable Sirs, for inviting me here today. Thank you very much. And Mayor told me one thing before I went. He said, anything that this temple needs, the Mayor is there to assist 100%. I'm quoting it here. You have a great friend. You have a great friend in the Mayor, and you have all these people who are here, who are well-wishers, who want to help you to sustain this place of worship. And I can only wish you the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Samarasinghe. I'm actually humbly proud that I'm also a past pupil of a college that was established by Colonel Alcott and the Buddhist Theosophical Society of Sri Lanka from the southern part of Sri Lanka. Matter of fact, correct me if I'm wrong, sir, Colonel Alcott was actually appointed to investigate the assassination of President Lincoln.
That's right.
So he was that prominent.
He was a lawyer by profession.
Exactly.
He was in New York, actually.
Matter of fact, in my school, right under the Buddhist statue is a picture of Colonel Henry Steele Orchid, great orchid. We've come to the conclusion of the formal ceremony. Refreshments await, but we have 2 items more. Nilantha Samarasekara, President of the Board of Trustees of Cleveland Buddhist Vihara and Meditation Center, will now deliver vote of thanks. After the vote of thanks, the Venerable monks will chant celebratory chants.
Samantha, you do that first?
Forgive me, I made a mistake. Now we have actually another dedication. It's actually what is called the reading of the Sannasa. And for this, I invite Samantha Gangar.
Cleveland Bowdher. Cleveland බෞද්ධ විහාරය හා භාවනා මධ්‍යස්ථානය සංඝසතුකට පූජා කිරීම පිළිබඳ ශ්‍රී සන්නස් පත්‍රයයි. ශ්‍රීමත් ශ්‍රී ගණසුගත තථාගත අපතිලෝගුරු සම්්‍යක් සම්බුද්ධ සර්වඥ රාජෝත්තමයාණන් වහන්සේ සකල සත්වයන් කෙරෙහි කරුණාවෙන් පිහිටුවා වදාළ භික්ෂු භික්ෂුණී උපාසක උපාසිකා යන සිව්වණක් පිරිසෙන් යුත් සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනය ජම්බුද්වීපෙහි වැඩමින් පවතිනා කල්හි එම ද්වීපයේහි රාජාභිෂේකයට පත් අශෝක මහාධිරාජාණන් තථාගත ශ්‍රී සද්ධර්මයේ කෙරෙහි පැහැදී සිය ඡණ්ඩ ස්වභාවයන් දුරු කර ධර්මානුකූල රාජ්‍ය පාලනයක් ආරම්භ කිරීමෙන් අනතුරුව මේ උතුම් සද්ධර්මය බොහෝ ජනයාගේ හිතසුව පිණිස දේශ දේශාන්තරයන්හි පැතිරවිය යුතුය යන කරුණාධ්‍යාශයෙන් මොග්ගලී පුත්තතිස්ස මහරහතන් වහන්සේගේ උපදේශ පරිදි පිටත් කර වූ ධර්ම දූතයන් වහන්සේලා අතරින් අශෝක මහාධිරාජාණන්ගේම පුතු රත්නය වූ මහා මහින්ද ශ්‍රීනාශ්‍රවයන් වහන්සේ ප්‍රමුඛ ධර්ම දූත පිරිස බුද්ධ වර්ෂ 230 වෙනිහි ශ්‍රී ලංකා ද්වීපයේහි සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනය පිහිටුවා වදාළ සේක. එසේ පිහිට වූ සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනය තුල ලංකා පුත්‍ර අරිට්ඨ තෙරණුවන්ගෙන් හා ලංකා දීතෘ අනුලා තෙරණියන්ගෙන් ආරම්භ වූ සිංහල සංඝ පරම්පරාව සම්බුද්ධ දේශීත ත්‍රිපිටකය වාචෝද්ගත කරමින්ද ග්‍රන්ථාරූඪ කරමින්ද ශ්‍රී ලංකා ද්වීපය ලෝක බෞද්ධ සංස්කෘතියේ මූලස්ථානයක් බවට පත් කළහ. එසේ ස්ථාවර වූ තථාගත ශ්‍රී සද්ධර්මයේ මීට පෙර නොපැතිරුණු රටවල පතුරු වන්නට සිංහල සංඝ පරපුරේ භික්ෂුන් වහන්සේලා විවිධ රටවලට වැඩම කළහ. ඒ ආදර්ශය අනුව යමින් ඇමරිකා එක්සත් ජනපදයේ ධර්ම ප්‍රචාරය පිණිස වැඩම කළ කුලියාපිටිය දියකලමුල්ල ශ්‍රීපති පිරිවෙන් මහා විහාරාධිකාරී පිට්ස්බර්ග් බෞද්ධ විහාරාධිපති රාජකීය පඬිත ආචාර්ය පූජ්‍ය සූරක්කුලමේ පේමරතන හිමිපාණන් වහන්සේගේ මඟ පෙන්වීම අනුව ඔහායෝ ප්‍රාන්තයේ ඊශානදිග වැසි බුද්ධ ශාසන මාමක ශ්‍රී ලාංකික සදහැතියන් විසින් ආර්ය මාර්ගය ප්‍රගුණ කර ගැනීමටත් අනාගත දරු පරපුරට ශාසන දායාදේ ලබා දීමටත් එක්සත් ජනපද වාසී තව බොහෝ ජනයාට සම්බුද්ධ ධර්මයේ සමීප කිරීමටත් ශ්‍රද්ධා සම්පන්නව අතිප්‍රහිත ධෛර්යයෙන් ආරම්භ කළ ක්ලීව්ලන්ඩ් බෞද්ධ විහාරය හා භාවනා මධ්‍යස්ථානය බුද්ධ වර්ෂ 2566 වැනිහි හෙවත් ව්‍යවහාර වර්ෂ 2022 ජූනි මාස 25 වෙනි ශනි දින උතුරු ඇමරිකාවේ ප්‍රධාන සංඝනායක පූජ්‍යපාද බ්‍රාහ්මණගම මුදිත නාහිමිපාණන් වහන්සේ ප්‍රමුඛ සම්භාවනීය භික්ෂූන් වහන්සේලා ඉදිරියේ සතර දිශාවෙන් වඩිනා මහා සංඝරත්නයට ශ්‍රද්ධාවන්ත ජනතාවගේ සාදුකාර මැද්දේ සාංගික කොට පූජා කරන ලද වගයි.
I now invite the President of the Board of Trustees of Cleveland Buddhist Vihara and Meditation Center, Nilantha Samarasekara, to deliver a vote of thanks.
Thank you. What a great day. I'm so glad you were all able to attend today. You know, we have a small community, but we have a great community. And this idea for this temple came about 3 years ago at a Katma ceremony. We kind of said we have a lot of children, we probably observed a lot of children running around here. And we said we should probably get our own temple because we have a long distance to go to nearby temples. So our dream has come true, and today is the first day to see the fruits of our doing. So this is great, and I really want to thank our, I'm not good with names, so I'm going to cheat and say some names. So firstly, let me thank the ambassador, His Excellency Mahinda Samarasin. I saw you with Joe Biden, I think it was yesterday, or was it this week? On the 30th. On the 30th. So I'm sure they're glad from Biden to us. So, okay, but just taking your time and coming here with a short invitation time, we're so glad to have you, and we really appreciate you coming in and helping us. And also I want to thank the Deputy Chief of the Mission, Mr. Rohan Ampakonda, and First Secretary, Mr. Chatri Pereira. So if anybody has some dual citizenship issues, they are here, they have some time, you can talk to them and get a result before you go. I'm sure she'll take some good notes. But we also have a very compassionate and generous community in Cleveland and Akron. And we have done a lot of stuff for Sri Lanka. A lot of good things. We have some medicines, we have all agents. So if the embassy ever needs us to help with anything, just please call us and we will do whatever we can to help our motherland. I know we're going through some difficult times. So our communities are always ready to stand behind you and do whatever we can to help Sri Lanka. Then, we are so blessed today. We have all this many months to come from all these temples, from Michigan, from Cincinnati, from our Hmong community, and Pittsburgh, of course, Pittsburgh Buddhist. So I really want to thank all our great monks that are here. Bhante Mudita, thank you for coming. And Bhante Sumajoti, our Cincinnati, Ohio Buddhist Vihara. He has been a great friend to us, has always helped us when we needed. And then we had the Venerable Sankitsa and the monks from the Great Lakes Buddhist Center. We've known you for a long time, and thank you for helping us and coming here. And our new friends from the Mount Temple, from Akron. They have a very beautiful place. They have 17 acres with a lot of facilities. So we're going to create a partnership so they can help us and do a lot of things together. Then of course our great monks from the Pittsburgh Buddhist Center. They have been our lifeline. Because we started this temple without any monks. And we were assisted by Mr. Damita Kanaratna. He's the head of the Pittsburgh Buddhist Center, and he agreed to let the monks from the Pittsburgh Buddhist Center come and help us and start this temple. So Bhante Premaratna has been our guide, our advisor, and our chief monk. So he's also agreed to become our chief monk. And then we have Bhante Metananda and Bhante Kamalasingh, who's helped us a lot. And you can say fruitful work. It's been all week putting this together. And then also, I need to mention Bhante Punta, who could not be here today, but he's done a lot for us, and he's in Sri Lanka right now. So it's great that you came to help us. And then we have our new resident monk, Bhante Bhuttanath, and I don't know what he's going to get into, but he's great to come and stay with us. So I think he's going to like us, and we'll like you, and we can do some great programming and take some of my duties out. So we welcome you with open hands, and welcome to our temple. And then, this could not be done, like I said, without our great community. And so many people helped us. Then our friends from Pittsburgh Buddhist Center is here. We have friends coming from San Diego. We have friends from Columbus. We have friends from all over Ohio that has come to this ceremony. So I want to thank all you for coming. Then I want to especially recognize our board members. They have done a lot for us. I can't do this by myself. But Madhuraj Rupa Singh here, we have Samantha Gangoda, we have Nalindra Almeida, we have Kumudukula Sekara, we have Sanjay Abhesinger, and who am I missing? And Gamini Samanayaka. They have done so much with this temple. They've been here all week, months, doing a lot of work. And so thank the board. And then I also want to thank our students from Kent State University, and some of them have graduated, but they're still around, and they really have helped us. These last 2 weeks, they've been here every day helping us. And so all the students and all the Kent State students and all our Sri Lankan friends that have been here for the last 2 weeks, doing a lot of work, not just the last 2 weeks, for the last year, helping us. You guys are great. You guys done a great job. And I can't thank you guys for enough. Then I really want to give a special thank to Miss Tammy Samarasinghe, because she's, and her husband is the one that really gave us this idea and gave us the encouragement and the inspiration to go ahead to this temple. We had a meeting and they said, you guys can do it, go ahead and do it. So your words have come true, we had done this. So thank you very much for coming and coming back to visit us. And I forgot the mayor had left, but he's a great mayor for Akron. And so, I'll thank you personally for coming, and we will go from there. So thank you very much. You guys are great community. Thank you.
In selecting a suitable closing remarks, I was reminded of all things, a ritual performed by none other than the young Rahula, the son of the Siddhartha Gautama himself. Every day, young Rahula used to toss a handful of sand and make a wish. And the wish is that I be getting this many advice throughout my day. So let's hope that this Cleveland Buddhist Vihara be the beacon where we get our questions answered and spirituality accomplished. With that, the last item of our agenda, the formal agenda, is that the Maha Sangha and the dignitaries will be unveiling the dedication plaque. And we will have to step into the premises, and then we will have a chanting of Perit. We'll have the chanting of Perit before that, and then we'll have chanting of Perit briefly, and then we'll step into the premises to unveil the dedication plaque. And after the dedication plaque, you may step into the right-hand side premises to enjoy some refreshments. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming.
To conclude, we will chant Perit, wishing you all good health, peace and happiness. We deeply appreciate your presence here, your well wishes and your support. And in gratitude, all the monks who are here will chant these Perit verses, wholeheartedly wishing you all good health, peace and happiness. Let us make a wish, not only for ourselves and particularly for people in Sri Lanka who are going through their worst economic crisis. Let us think about them and extend our good wishes and extend our loving kindness, our maitri for all of them. May they receive enough health. May they all be able to endure these hardships and eventually overcome those hardships and rise above these difficulties. And may all other people who may be suffering from different corners of the world, let us think about them, let us wish. May they find some relief, some solace, and some peace. By the power of the great compassion of the Buddha, may all beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Maha karuniko nato hitaya sambha paninang puritva parami sambhavatto sangbodhi muttamang etena සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං ජයන්තෝ බෝධියා මූලේ සක්ඛ්‍යානං නන්දි වන්දනෝ එවං තුයිහං ජයෝ හෝතු ජයස්සු ජය මංගල සක්ඛත්වා බුද්ධ රතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරං හිතං දේව මනුස්සාන බුද්ධ තේජේන සුත්තිනානස් සංතුපද්දවා සබ්බේ දුක්ඛා උපසමින්තු තේ සංකත්වා ධම්ම රතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරං පරිලාවෝපසමනං ධම්ම තේජේන සොත්තිනානස් සංතුපද්දවා සබ්බේ භයාවෝපසමින්තු තේ සංකත්වා සංඝ රතනං ඕසදං උත්තමං වරං ආහුනේය පාහුනේයං සංඝතේජේන සොත්තිනානස් සංතුපද්දවා සබ්බේ රෝගා උපසමින්තු තේ යං කිංචි රතනං ලෝකේ විඤ්ජති විවිධා පුතු රතනං බුද්ධ සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ යං කිංචි රතනං ලෝකේ විඤ්ජති විවිධා පුතු රතනං ධම්ම සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ යං කිංචි රතනං ලෝකේ විඤ්ජති විවිධා පුතු රතනං සංඝ සමන්නත්ති තස්මා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං බුද්ධෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං ධම්මෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං නත්ති මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං සංඝෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සම්බීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සම්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවත්වන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ.
Thank you very much. You're all invited to enjoy the refreshments. And I'm also told by the organizing committee that we only have one restroom in the main premises. And in Primos Delhi, our neighbor has kindly allowed us to use their restrooms if needed. So with that, I invite you all to enjoy the refreshments. Thank you very much. After the unveiling ceremony, which is attended by the dignitaries.
Let us go to the premise over there, so we will have an unveil ceremony. And also, just according to the body part.
Unveiling. Plant unveiling.
Hungry.
Kalau urut yang ini
Ilanthage speech එක ඇමරිකන් ස්ටයිල් එකේ දුන්නා.
මම ඉතින් මම මේ පොඩි කාන්දල අම්මේ කියනවා. මම සිංහල දන්නේ නැහැ.
ඔබතුමාගේ සුරතින් ඕපන් කරන්න.
Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanupavena sada sodhi bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanupavena sada sodhi bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghranuvadena sada sodhi bhavantu te.